Hello and welcome. I'm Daniel.
Andrew, and we're brothers. And this is the Daniel and Andrew Show,
where we give our opinions about movies and TV that we've been watching lately. So, Andrew, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. It was quite the weekend. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Didn't really do much, which was nice. And this week, on Friday night, my apartment complex was like, "Hey, we're gonna be renovating basically like half of your apartment in the next 2 days. So please remove everything from your cabinets in the bathroom and in the kitchen, and to give us the weekend." So they didn't give us too much time. So when I said that I did nothing, I actually had way too much to do, and it was awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did something similar to you, except I was moving. I took out I took out most of my junk, and moving into a new apartment, and dealing with moving and carrying couches and beds and going from one apartment to another apartment, back up and downstairs, blah blah blah. Everyone knows what moving entails, but yeah, it was quite stressful, but I'm really happy with the apartment that I chose, and I usually have a pretty good sense of apartments. I think all of the apartments that I've chosen, or together I've chosen, have been good. So hopefully this continues. It's all really nice. They have a movie theater room in this apartment complex. I went there yesterday, so I immediately am getting use out of the amenities of this apartment, and I'm quite happy with it so far.
You schedule?
Yeah, you just tell the office, "Hey, we want to use it from Friday night." And then they'll be like, "Okay, well, if nobody else has scheduled it, then they'll let you go in there or whatnot."
Cool.
We took the whole weekend to move. Technically our moving day was Friday, and the lady that I've been working with the whole time through the management company, she was like, "Yeah, I know it's hard, and it's busy, and we were having an issue with the Wi-Fi the first day," and she just gave me the key, and she's like, "You can use it. I'm not going to charge you, for the cleaning fee or anything. You can go ahead and use it, if you need Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah." So that was on Saturday, and they're not open on Sunday. So I had it for 2 full days, and I didn't actually use it until Monday. And then I brought her the keys, and I actually went in there, and I was like, "Hey, it's already dirty in there, and I haven't been in this room in 2 days, so I don't know why it's dirty already." And then, because she had used it, and I was like, "Cool." So she went in there and cleaned up her mess. So it's pretty funny. I thought that was funny. But even the people at the office use it, which I think is funny. So it's pretty cool. They have the reclining chairs and the projector and everything, and you can plug in your whatever HDMI cord or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I will definitely be using that for sure. So yeah, moving, doing all that, putting stuff away. That was my week. So pretty eventful. And then I also worked Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I, maneuvering all that crap around at the same time, getting the U-Haul truck and all that junk. So, yep. But it's done now. Just a few things to unpack left, really. But we're pretty much settled in, so I'm happy with it.
Well, you didn't have all that much stuff, right?
Well, I have all the the kitchen stuff, pots and pans, plates, cups. We're using my bed. I'm using my bed and like the couch and the TV and the desk, and I filled up this whole apartment. There wasn't really much, left behind. So, and I still have stuff left at the apartment with Dad. So, plenty of stuff to still grab, but not a lot.
Cool. Actually, you're not going to tell me about your address now, but I do have something I need to send to you. So at another time, you'll have a surprise.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely text you the address and remind me when we're done. We can send you that. Yeah, I need to change my address. I need to get my mail forwarded and everything. That's another thing you got to do when you move.
Oh yeah,
so got to do all that too.
Such a pain.
They give you one of those little slip things that you have to put in the mailbox.
Yeah, but all the important stuff comes, when you're not checking the mail, because that's just how life works.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But the good thing is still, Dad's still living at the former apartment.
Yeah, that's true. So, you're still very close.
So I'm not worried. I'm not gonna miss anything. It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
How far are you from him?
I'm now not
20
far.
Minutes?
15, 20 minutes, 15? Like 8 miles. Like it's really easy. And especially in Arizona where it's just pretty much straight down the way,
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to deal with any, turnpikes or on ramps or something,
grid system or whatever.
Yeah, it's a grid system. So it's super easy. I have, the hard part was just moving this stuff, and we had help, so it was cool. Yeah, I'm quite happy with everything, how everything turned out. Yeah. So we were a little late on this episode just because of things happening in our lives and stuff, and a lot of things have come out in the last week and a half or so, and I did not have time to watch full movies and stuff. So we're just going to talk about news, which I think some big news. There's tons of little stories.
Before we get into the news, I did watch the movie we were going to review.
Oh, yeah.
Which was, oh no, what was it called?
I love that you don't even know. You're like, haha, I watched it. It's called You People.
You People, yeah. Should I give like a rating and stuff, I guess?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give your full thoughts right now.
I think this was a pretty good movie. I was actually kind of expecting it. From the trailer, it looked a little cringy to me, honestly, a little bit. It wasn't cringe at all, actually, but it is kind of a more serious comedy because it's talking about, some real life themes and stuff, and it's not kind of like a happy-go-lucky love story sort of thing. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, you liked it?
I liked it. I mean, my rating is definitely going to be a 7, I think. I still liked it, though. It just... there were some parts where I laughed a lot, and then other parts are, like, the jokes are just not for me. I know you haven't seen it, so you can't really know what I'm talking about. But it was overall a good movie. Definitely, a good... It was on Netflix. Definitely give it a try if you're looking for a movie. Don't know what to watch.
Are you grading it on a curve because it's a Netflix movie, or is it just any movie?
I mean, I wouldn't go see this in theaters or anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't pay money to see it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I went back. I went back
Okay.
to the
So
a
watch it if
lot
you
of
already
movies.
have Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, no extra cost.
This is not. I need the subscription because this is on it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't think anything really is that good, but like yeah, if it just happens, you have Netflix and you're like, I guess I have nothing else to watch, then watch it.
Well, okay. If you had no subscriptions at all, right, and you're like, I'm got some free time, I want to watch television. You're going to look at what can I watch on whatever subscription service if I'm getting one. So you're gonna go look up what do I want to watch.
Right.
I don't think this would be a title that pushes you to buy Netflix or something, but that's my point.
Okay, gotcha. Would you recommend this movie?
If you're looking for a serious comedy, yes. If you're looking for just a comedy, probably not. And yeah, I guess that's it.
All right.
It's kind of a niche thing, I guess.
Okay, so a mild recommend from Andrew. He gives it a 7. All right. Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah, you have to give it a watch in your new theater.
Yeah, I'm not spending the cleaning fee to watch that movie. Maybe I'll watch that with other movies and maybe watch a bunch of stuff and take full advantage of it. But
how much is this fee?
It's $15.
Just go see a movie in the theater.
Yeah, but I can rent it out for the day.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, you could.
I could rent it out for the day. They had little tables in there. I could have some a party in there, invite people over. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, my friend had a similar thing when I was in Virginia, and that place was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really well soundproof too. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use it for sure.
It had like a pool table outside of it, and like a little common area and stuff.
Yeah, this one is just like a big square room, but it has like movie posters and like the little lights on the walls that are so it's like dark in there, but there's a little bit of light so you can see.
Still see.
Yeah, and they had a little popcorn machine in there. It's pretty awesome. I'm quite happy with it. Anyway, enough about that room.
Yeah, we can just get into the main topic, I guess, or the subcategories here.
Yeah, so we're gonna just talk about a couple news topics. I think one that I'm definitely more interested in, and one that Andrew's definitely more interested in. And I think it's a good dual topic here. And it's just gonna be news stories. So I think first we'll talk about the Oscar nominations came out, and then we'll talk about brand new, fresh off the presses DC news. So the Oscar nominations came out, I think, now a week ago. I think almost exactly a week ago. So did you see any of those? Did you even pay attention to that?
Or what's the Oscars?
Yeah, I know you know what the Oscars are. That's stupid. So the Oscar nominations came out. So you didn't see them, I'm guessing? You're just
No, I have no idea about everything.
Okay. So first of all, we'll just talk about overall the most nominated film for the Oscars this year was our favorite movie of the year, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once. It got 11 Oscar nominations.
Woohoo!
So first of all, I think that's a good sign because I think the Oscars are been sort of kind of out of touch ish the last couple of years. Well, probably always, but I think they've been trying to not just nominate movies that 5 people have seen, which is great. But 11 nominations for that movie is awesome. That was a really good movie. I actually looked more into the directors of that movie who got nominated for best director, the Daniels, and they had directed Swiss Army Man, with the Daniel Radcliffe's A Farting Corpse movie, and then before that they were music video directors.
The highest quality of film.
Yeah, that's how they got started, which I think is hilarious. You remember that video for "Turn Down for What"? That song.
I remember the song. I don't remember the video.
Oh, there's a video. The video is like a guy. He like leaps into the air and like crashes through the ceiling. It's a really ridiculous video, but I think it's hilarious that I was like, oh, actually, that jump from that kind of wacky music video to the movies that make, it's not that far of a distance. It makes sense for their beginnings. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. I didn't even realize those guys were the same guys that are making wacky music videos. So all the acting nominations, all four, I would say, of the main actors, there really isn't that many other actors in that movie, got nominated. Michelle Yeoh got nominated for Best Actress. I think his name is Ke Huy Quan. Was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Stephanie Hsu, something like that. I can't remember her last name. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and Jamie Lee Curtis was also nominated for Best Supporting Actress. So all four of them got nominated in acting categories. Do I think any of them are going to win? Maybe. Because
at least they got nominated, but yeah, they probably won't.
I think the only one that has Michelle a really Yeoh. Good shot of winning is Key.
Not Michelle. There must be some crazy movies out there then that five people watched.
So that one is interesting because there's this lady that came out of nowhere. Her name is Andrea Riseborough. She's in this movie called To Leslie that literally made $20,000 at the box office. That's it. And she has like all these connections in the industry, I guess, and they were all like putting in a good word for her, and she got nominated for Best Actress. I'm not saying she's going to win, but that's pretty crazy that somebody like that got nominated. I also think Cate Blanchett is nominated, and apparently she's like that whole movie, and they like Cate Blanchett. She's won before, so maybe she might win. I'm not saying it's not a lot. I'm going to just say it's not a lock for Michelle Yeoh to win. I want her to win. I would love for her to win, but it does. They might just go, oh, well, at least you got a nomination. She's never been nominated before. But if it was a time to give somebody like a career award, body of work award, I think Michelle Yeoh is worthy of getting it.
Like a lifetime award.
Yeah, but sometimes they work like that and they'll do it like that, and sometimes they'll just be like, we're still gonna pick who we want. What I mean?
She definitely should get the lifetime award. That's for sure.
But I mean like a competitive Oscar, not a lifetime award, because they give those out. Like Jackie Chan got one of those a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he got a lifetime award,
But he never got like a competitive award, which is we'll see. I'm just saying we'll see on that. But I hope.
What would they give an Oscar to Jackie Chan? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Jackie Chan, but he's
I think the awards that they give there are like usually like the creative ones, the like for specific like lifetime in certain things, and he's also the stunts, like he's always like it's his stunt crew and everything. So I think it was him being a movie icon, but also his stunt work and all like that
directing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's all very revolutionary, and he's like set a standard for a lot of things. So I think that was mixed like that. But yeah, so I'm hoping Michelle Yeoh wins, but we'll see. And there's other people in there that are also nominated. But there was I couldn't sleep the night before the Oscar nominations came out. So I just
dying to watch it, eh?
No. I was just normal. I couldn't sleep. I forgot even the nominations were coming out the next morning. Truly, I had woken up after like 3 hours of sleep, and then it said, "Oh, the Oscar." I looked on my YouTube, and then it said the Oscar nominations were starting in like 30 minutes, and I was like, "Well, I'm already up. Might as well watch them." So I watched them live, and there was I forgot what it was. I think it was like a short film nominations and there was a short called My Year of Dicks. There's nothing, I don't have anything else to say of that, but I just thought that was a funny title, that they would nominate a title called My Year of Dicks. Anyway. All right. So the screenplay nominations came out too, and Top Gun got nominated for screenplay. And I say, why? That the writing isn't that great in that movie. Like,
is that what screenplay is?
Screenplay is the plot and the dialogue.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea why that got nominated.
Yeah, it was like
they're literally fighting some non-existent country.
Well, and they also
never say, they're just like, we gotta go get them. Gotta go.
Yeah. Well, it's
them.
also,
they never say who it is or anything.
What's also weird about it is that they're nondescript about it, and also it's just kind of the first movie. Like,
it's almost a beat for beat.
Yeah, and like
they even inject like the crappy love story that doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. It's weird that got nominated for a screenplay. That blew me away. But that movie didn't get nominated for cinematography, which is the camera work, like the.
That's what I would imagine. What did Avatar sweep or something on those categories at all?
Avatar, I don't think so.
Nothing?
Well, Avatar got nominated a bunch.
Okay. I figured it'd at least get nominated for at least one thing.
Cinematography is All Quiet on the Western Front, which got nominated for 9
That's
awards.
The war movie on Netflix.
It's a war movie it's a remake of a classic war film. It's I want to say German or I can't remember who made it, but it's a foreign remake of the American film. This movie called Bardo, which I don't know what that is, Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. Those got nominated for cinematography. But the fact that Top Gun got nominated for screenplay and not cinematography blows me away. I'm like, are they watching a different movie? That movie's all cinematography.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing when it comes to the Game Awards. Like, it's like, do you guys even play the games that you put in these categories? Like,
yeah, it was weird. But Glass Onion got nominated for best adapted screenplay. So yay, even though you made fun of the writing, and they got nominated for best screenplay. So
if only my eye rolling could be captured.
I'm pretty sure that's like the only thing I got nominated for too.
I mean, I guess what a win! Woo! I doubt it's gonna win.
Yeah, we'll see.
What's it going against?
Good question. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going against Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking, Living, which is that movie I told you about, and All Quiet on the Western Front. So
sounds
we'll
like
see.
This war movie's probably going to sweep a bunch of categories.
Well, we'll see, because I got nominated for 9 awards. The Banshees of Inisherin got nominated for 9 awards, and Everything Everywhere at All Once got nominated for 11 awards. So,
what got nominated for Best Picture?
this I will give you the 10 nominees. So it's the 10 nominees.
10?
You can do up to 10,
Jeez.
and they decided to do all 10 this year.
So unnecessary, but all right.
All right. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Those are your 10 nominees for Best Picture. I usually have seen quite a bit of these. I have seen 4 of them.
Wow.
So I have to.
That's
watch.
saying a lot, people.
So we'll see.
If he hasn't seen them, you probably ain't seen them.
Yeah, it's it's an interesting.
And I've seen what, 2 of them, 3 of them.
Yeah.
So that means he's only seen one more than me. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've only seen Banshees.
So really, only 4 people saw these movies.
I heard about the Banshees and Inisherin because I heard it was so good, and I was like, okay, I gotta watch it because they're like, oh, it's gonna probably be nominated, blah blah blah. I watched it. It was really boring. The person I saw it with hated it. It was weird, super weird movie. I told you about this movie when I saw it. But I'm not surprised that it's nominated, but I don't get it. Like, there's good parts about it. The acting is really good. Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, and Kerry Condon, they all 3 got nominated for their acting in it. Oh, actually, so Barry Keoghan or whatever, who was in the Eternals, and they teased him as the Joker at the end of the last Batman movie. That guy, all 4 of them got nominated for acting. And they were all really good in it. But yeah, the acting was good, but the story I didn't love. And it just kind of went nowhere. I got what they were going for, but it was just like too much artisticness. So that's the 4th movie I've seen. I'm not going to watch all 10 of these movies. I'm just not. I'll probably watch All Quiet on the Western Front because
you bring dishonor to your family.
Oh, well, you don't watch them. No one else watches them. So what family am I disappointing? I'm going to probably watch All Quiet on the Western Front. I'll watch Elvis because I'm fine with Baz Luhrmann. Who he did Moulin Rouge and The Great Gatsby and Romeo and Juliet. So Strictly Ballroom. So I guess I'll watch Elvis. Not super excited about it. The Fablemans, which is Steven Spielberg's like semi-autobiographical movie. I guess I'll watch that. And Tar, which is the one that Cate Blanchett's nominated for. She's like a conductor of like a symphony or something. I don't know. We'll see. I heard most of these movies are pretty good, but I'm not going to watch Triangle of Sadness or Women Talking. I'm just not interested. I looked them up, and all of these movies that I haven't seen, pretty much every single one is at least 2 hours, if not over 2 hours. So we'll see. Maybe I'll rent out that room and watch a bunch of these in a row. We'll see. Yeah. So, yeah. Any other questions about movies?
No, we can move on.
So, The Batman was nominated for 3 Oscars. I'm surprised it was nominated, but also not surprised at the same time. We'll see if any of the rest of these DC movies that they put out today, the slate for, will also get nominated. So the James Gunn, I like that James Gunn is a co-CEO with this other guy, but he didn't do this video with him. It's just James Gunn because everyone.
We know who's leading the show. Here,
I don't think he is leading the show. I just think they're using him as the face because people actually know who he is.
Yeah, but when you the face, you get the blame.
True.
You might as well chalk that up to 75-25, you know.
That's true. That's a good point. So they had unveiled the what they're calling Chapter 1. You know, very different from a phase. It's not a phase. It's a chapter. It's Chapter 1, and it's called Gods and Monsters. Okay. I don't know why they named it, but, you know, that's the first chapter.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably for them. I mean, these are all just ideas at this point, right? So they're just, you know, when you plan it out, you give things code names and such. It probably won't stay that. Who knows?
We'll see. All right. So first, let's talk about, we have 4 movies coming out this year.
And this is all old DC preparing for the new.
We'll see. That's what. So,
I mean,
Shazam.
You said it.
Well, that's not kind of. So Shazam, and he said, well, he was already, you know, hadn't really connected or anything with anything. So
even though he did,
but we didn't see who it was or anything. So
whatever.
The question is,
so maybe they'll have him.
So maybe they'll have him. Maybe they won't. Who knows? Exactly. I love how wishy-washy they are. They're like, maybe. And then The Flash. So I will not watch that movie
just because you don't like him.
Ezra Miller is a bad person, and I don't want. I will not see that movie. I don't care.
It reboots the entire franchise.
Yes, they're taking it in a completely different direction. I'm not watching that movie. They are bad people. Ezra Miller's not a good person, so I do not want to watch that movie, and it makes me sad because The Flash is literally my favorite. I will just wait for the, you know, description of the movie, and then they say how they're going to, you know, change the direction or whatever. Whatever the end.
This will
of the
probably
movie
get
will
a
be.
lot of views too, just because it's the resetting movie now. They got to see how it resets.
Well, I'm hoping that not a lot of people see it, which makes me sad because I like The Flash. I wish it was literally anything else with The Flash. Why couldn't, you know, I don't want Jason Momoa to have something bad happen to him, but like if it was different, some, you know, person that doesn't exist currently was Aquaman, and then Aquaman got screwed up, I would have been okay with that. But of course, The Flash has to be the one that's screwed up. But I will not see that movie. I will just wait for the plot synopsis and maybe the little end credit scenes or whatever, however they're gonna choose to put it in its own thing. Yeah. So do you think they're going to keep Ezra Miller? I certainly hope they do not. I think they would be really stupid to do that.
I agree. I still think they're not keeping anyone other than the Batman, the most recent one, and they're just gonna call that other world nonsense, whatever he said.
It's gonna be called their Elseworld story. So that's a term that they used in the comics, the Elseworld series of comics.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I think that's a good idea to have it separated. And yes, it has all been very crappily done previously. I agree with a lot of the things he said, and I'm actually pretty excited for what's to come. because it's something new and it seems like they're gonna try.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So the next one after the Flash, which changes everything, apparently, is Blue Beetle with the guy from Cobra Kai. It's going to be Blue Beetle, the Miguel from Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah.
That's the next one, and then the last one of this section, I guess, is Aquaman 2. Do you think he's safe? Do you think he's not safe?
I don't think anyone's safe other than Batman.
Well, that's going to be its Elseworlds thing. So I mean, yeah. So
you're asking if you think Jason Momoa is going to continue
being Aquaman.
Aquaman?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I don't even think Shazam's going to still be. He didn't say there was another Shazam movie lined up.
Yeah, but
the next 10 years.
They could put him somewhere else. Like put him with,
in the else world.
No, they could put him in one of the other 80
They
things
could. I think it depends on probably how well this next movie does. I don't think it's going to do that well. I don't think it ever was going to do that well. I don't see him returning. I could be wrong.
The first Aquaman made $1 billion. So
I'm talking about Shazam.
Oh.
Aquaman, like I said, I think they're trashing it all. I would love to see him return as Aquaman. I like him as Aquaman. I like him as an actor as well.
Well, they're definitely not trashing it all because James Gunn's keeping all his crap. He's keeping all his friends employed. All his little toys are going to be there. Peacemaker,
which I thought was good. I didn't watch that TV show.
I just think it's hilarious that he's like, well, we can't keep any of this except for mine, except for my stuff. Mm-hmm. That stuff stays because it's mine. I think that's funny. That very much undermines this whole thing. I think, but
the whole Superman thing, they probably just didn't want to pay him.
Well, you're getting rid of no more Batman, no more Wonder Woman, no more. It's not just about that Superman. It's about everybody else. But
it probably goes with them as well. They probably didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I just think that's funny how he can think he can be like, everything's gone except for, my wife that plays a character on the show, Peacemaker. That's fine.
Well, I think
no Black Adam.
The plan going, after Aquaman, we can get into it deeper. But after that, the starting whole new, this is actually how they should have started it at the beginning, having these separate films to introduce the characters, just how, the Avengers are. This is how they should have done it. And it does get me excited. It's just, unlike the Avengers stories where we didn't have those characters on the big screen yet. So we didn't have a vision, of what Superman looks like, of what Wonder Woman looks like. I guess those two that I just mentioned did, but you know what I mean? Like there was no Iron Man before Iron Man came out.
Yeah.
So now you have expectation of who that is and stuff. And it's so fresh still.
Yeah.
That it's a real uphill battle that you're going to have to fight to make us like that movie.
For which one?
For Wonder Woman, for, Aquaman, all the ones that are, other than like Flash, probably, if they don't use them.
For Misa, I have no problem. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman does kind of suck, but that second one also sucked. So,
yeah, it did.
I think. Let's get it.
The point is, we're gonna say James Gunn, is such a great director, writer, blah blah blah, whatever. He can write a good movie for these people that we love playing the roles already. That should be a doable thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously we won't see, but we'll see. Otherwise,
we'll see when we see it. Yeah.
Okay, so now that's all the crap that's in the can. Now let's talk about new stuff. So they're going to do the Elseworld stuff. So the Batman, it's going to be called the Batman Part 2. That already has a release date. We already know that's happening. Joker Part 2, that already has a release date. We know that's happening. Those are Elseworlds stories. It's going to be branded like probably before it's going to probably have a new DC logo that says DC Elseworlds or whatever. So that's happening. I don't really care about to touch on those right now. So the first thing in the pipeline apparently is this animated show called Creature Commandos, which is going to be written by James Gunn. And there was a picture, and it already shows a picture of Weasel from that Suicide Squad, blah blah blah. Yeah. It's animated, and they said that those characters will probably become live action. They're going to look for voice actors that could actually
also can play them live action,
right?
Yeah, I do like that idea. I think that's a cool idea.
I think it's a cool idea. I just don't really care about the show. Looks really goofy, and he's stupid. So, and if it's going to be dark James Gunn, I'm not interested. Like Peacemaker, dark James Gunn is like Peacemaker, like his horror movies. He made trauma movies, like dark stuff. If it's going to be anything like Brightburn, I'm not interested. If it's going to be lighter, goofy stuff, I can handle that, but I don't like the dark comedy crap. So I'm not really interested in that. We'll see if everyone tells me it's amazing, then maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. It's only going to be a short thing. I think
I'm in the same boat as you. It's good idea. We'll see if it pans out, I guess.
And then you have a show about Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. So I guess she's staying too. Even though she was fully in Black Adam and other things, and in that old Suicide,
she's tied to Suicide Squad, which is what he worked on.
Yeah, so she's safe, but that doesn't make any sense. So there's that. That's another show. Take it or leave it. I like Viola Davis, but we'll see. I don't remember.
She does nothing for me in the movies and stuff prior. She's just I don't think it takes like a crazy actor to play the role she plays. So I don't know why that's such a win.
So we are going to get it seems like a full new Holy Trinity, which is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Like 3 new people. So it's going to kick off. James Gunn is writing this movie in July of 2025. So 2 full years here. And it'll be called...
It was dumb. Like a year ago, they asked him if he wanted to do a Superman movie. He was like, no, it wasn't a year ago. It may have been a couple years ago. But when the news story came out, it was a year ago. They asked him if he wanted to do a Superman. He was like, no, I'm not interested in writing the Superman film. He wanted to do Suicide Squad or whatever again instead.
Oh, he was interested. It's called Brightburn. It's like a kid with powers, and he's basically the powers of Superman, but he's bad. He does want to make Superman. He just saying that probably not to step on anybody's toes currently making it at the time, but now it's we're at a new day. You know what I mean? People take comments from years past and then as if they
back up that's how they feel now.
Yeah, and also those they're people have friends and they don't want to step on anyone, and they can't say the whole Ezra Miller situation. They're like, we're just letting Ezra focus on Ezra getting better and blah blah blah, and we'll talk, we'll see what the future holds, blah blah blah. That could mean they actually thinking about bringing him back, or they made the decision and they just don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
And I certainly hope I do not see Ezra Miller after that Flash movie as the Flash anymore. But we'll see. Yeah, but all these things, these companies have massive PR HR type things that they have lots of money behind. So they craft statements to put out. So I'm sure, you just take everything as it comes. I don't think looking back is the way to do it.
I guess.
We'll see. Anyway.
I just feel like he's full of crap, all the things he says half the time. So it's like, I don't know.
We'll see. Anyway, going to be called Superman Legacy, July 2025. James Gunn is writing it. That's all we got. Don't have any casting. Don't have a director or anything. I'm game.
We know it's not Henry.
Not Henry. Totally fine with me. Not a single tear will fall from my eyes knowing it's not going to be Henry Cavill. It's cool. Gonna get somebody new. It looks like it's not going to be an origin story. But yeah, probably younger Superman. And
I think it's released, not like the script itself, but like the idea, that it's a younger take on him going through school or something like that.
Not an origin story, focusing on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like, like Daily Planet and stuff like that,
Yeah. So that's the first thing that's supposed to kick off the chapter. And those other two, I don't know where that is, what time that is, blah blah blah. James Gunn crap. Okay, so then you have Lanterns, which I'm interested in, which is going to be a TV show, a series, so that'll be on HBO, I guess. And that'll be Hal Jordan, which is the white Green Lantern, which was played by Ryan Reynolds before, and then Jon Stewart, who's the black Green Lantern. That is like, I think the one, like when I think of Green Lantern, I think of Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in that. They scrapped whatever Green Lantern show they talked about years and years and years and years ago they were going to do, and they're going to just focus on those two. So I'm definitely will watch that. I like Green Lantern. I think they haven't done much with them since, so we'll see. They're doing this movie called The Authority, which is probably some weird D-list group that I've never heard of, like the normies never heard of, that James Gunn, I'm sure, wants to shepherd in. It looks like they're kind of gray area people, heroes and stuff.
Yeah, they want TV shows as well, because they're trying to bolster HBO as well.
Yeah.
As they want to do both at the same time, which is fine. So that's why we're going to be getting all these. Can't make movies, TV shows about the big people. You got to bring out the people no one's ever heard about. So
yeah, So yeah, I've never heard of this group. The pictures I've seen of them look kind of cool. The Authority.
I saw the one picture that they had in the video. Sure, looked like a steel woman or something, I think, or maybe that was a different one down the line. I don't even remember.
They're a 90s group, I guess. But it looks pretty cool. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know much about them. They're, smaller time people, but James Gunn has done a good job with bringing out weird characters and giving them a spotlight. So we'll see. Maybe that'll be my favorite. Who freaking knows? Next, we have Paradise Lost, which is about I think it's called like Paradise Island or something like that. And that's what becomes Themyscira, which is where Wonder Woman is from. They said it takes place before the Wonder Woman films. So it won't, Gal Gadot won't be there.
He was saying it was going to be like Game of Thrones, but
yeah,
the mascara or something like that.
Yeah, Game of Thrones style drama set on the all-female island, the Wonder Woman's birthplace. Yeah, so we'll see on that. Maybe they're just not going to have Wonder Woman at all. We'll see.
I don't think so. I don't think she's going to be in the show at all. It'll be like her mom or something.
Yeah, we'll see. The next one is Batman, the Brave and the Bold, which is, so we'll have a new Batman, new person playing Batman for the 80th time. And Damian Wayne, who's Robin, who's actually...
I actually like this idea. Is part of the movie. I like it. I wanted a Robin on big screen, a while ago.
He's actually his son, Bruce Wayne's son. So it's actually his son. So, but
it'll be a different take on Batman, which is definitely needed.
We'll get some new people, so that's cool. Yeah, so we'll get a whole new Holy Trinity. Maybe we'll see about Wonder Woman. But new Batman, new Superman. And the final thing is a Booster Gold series. Never heard of this person, but I know that they had it in development previously, and I guess they've continued their development on it. But that's going to be a TV show as well. So I'm definitely, I think there's pros and cons about this new setup. We'll see how that goes. I do have faith that James Gunn can do some good stuff, but let's see if his personal, if there's going to be some hubris here, if hopefully he can get out of his own way and just he even said in the video he wants to let creators do their thing. So we'll see if that actually happens.
He wants them to do their own things, so he's going to write and produce every single show.
It's not everything. Well, he's going to produce. Obviously, they're going to be at the forefront. But he's not writing and producing everything. But he's going to be the Kevin Feige, I guess. So, Is there anything in particular you're really interested in? The Batman thing, Batman and Robin there, or?
I really only care about the three Trinity, like you said. The other things, they do have the potential to be like the next Guardians of the Galaxy, which does get me excited. I wouldn't mind seeing something new and is actually good. That would be cool, but that's because I have no expectation for it. The other stuff, if I have an expectation for it, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Well, this is only a section of the stuff that they're gonna do, apparently. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping they can keep some people but not undermine what they're doing. We'll see. I'm definitely interested in Superman and Green Lantern. So I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I thought there was a lot to talk about there, so might as well, do it shortened, not, just stuff to talk about.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up our show then. We will see you guys on the next one.
See you later.